Is AI going to replace real estate agents? Well, I recently sat down with AI educator Eirik Rorvig, got his opinion on this, and it might surprise you. This is a clip from our full interview, and if you want to see that full interview, we'll link it up in the description. You say that my job is going to be dead with AI. Like, what do you mean by that as a lender?
Any job where you are the function, or you are the task, like your job is on a timer. So things like paralegals, accountants, for a huge part. And this is not, when I say this stuff, I don't mean like every single person or every single facet of a job, but uh, binary logic, task related jobs are all coming really quickly. And I think it's important to understand why that is. It's because the architecture within these systems is so sophisticated that it's essentially writing copies of itself now to create new versions. So like Claude, for instance, when Claude 4.6 just came out, 4.6 Opus, they came out after the fact and said that Claude wrote 90% of Claude. So the old version wrote 90% of the new version to make it. So it's almost self-replicating at this point. And if it can do that, then, a lot of those functions are just going to go away at some point. And I don't think it's that far off.
Right, right. And it's not anything to be afraid of. I mean, you hear those kinds of things and you're like, what? Our jobs are going to get replaced. It's time to elevate, right?
Yeah. So I think, in the real estate space, agents and lenders on the whole, like if you work for a bank, you're probably not going to be doing well in a few years. But if you're like somebody like myself who is out there making relationships and doing that, the relationship business, like that will sustain. The two most important attributes to have in the age of AI are creativity and authenticities, right? So if you can do those two things, you can be creative and solve problems for people, and you can be authentic about it, you'll do just fine. If you're relying on metrics and machines and all sorts of other stuff to do your job for you, you're going to get replaced pretty quick.
And you're also in an interesting position to being a lender and working with a lot of real estate agents. And I know you teach classes in locally in Madison, you've taught at the Agent Rise Summit and across the country. What do you see from agents adapting to AI? Like, what are they grabbing a hold of it, and kind of what are you seeing in that area?
There's a very small subsection of agents that they're like really taking it and running with it, but it's a really small population. I think a lot of that population has to do honestly by age group as well. So clearly younger people adapt quicker. People who've been in the business forever and been doing it their way and it's been successful, like they're just, whether they're ignoring it or just refusing to change, they're not doing it. I know several people who've been in the business for 25, 30 years and they're just not interested. They're not changing. They've been the conversation. So that's fine. They don't have to. I think on the whole, agents look at it and they adapt to it on a marketing level because it does nice, flashy things and makes pictures and can create, nice output and can do listing descriptions and all that stuff. Like it's fantastic at doing all that. But the real win with the systems now is that that's going to make you smarter as a person. That's the angle that everybody should be taking in all this. It's not that it's going to do tasks for you, even though it can. It's going to make you infinitely smarter and much faster than was ever possible before, right? So if AI won't make you rich, but learning makes you rich, and AI just accelerates that.